Hi, everyone, and welcome to Your Best You. I'm Reverend Dr. Kat, and I'm here today again with my co host, Joan Kazmarzik.
Hi, everybody. Nice to see you again. Thanks for having me
Hi,
again on
Joan.
the show.
Yeah, we had a good show last week, huh?
We sure did.
Yeah.
We sure did.
Covered a lot of material. If you didn't get a chance to see it, do go check it out on video on demand.
Yes, it's a good place. All the shows are there, so people can get a good variety there.
Yeah, we love Nutmeg TV. Thanks
Yes, we
again,
do.
Nutmeg TV, always for making this show possible.
And for letting us do it from home. In this
Remote, here we are.
Remote, yep, because this is the safest way to do it.
Okay, so the show isn't very long, so I always like to get down to some of the brass tacks right away. And
Yep.
one of the first things I always like to talk about is the set. Last week, I had a different set. So this week I have a tree. And some of you may have already been able to figure out why I have a tree, okay? Because
we were doing chakras.
we did the chakras.
We did the
And
chakras.
I have the spine. So we go from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the 7 chakras up the spinal column, and
And
they
what better
begin
way?
down right here at 1, right? So
And what better way to show it than on a beautiful tree?
yeah, well, the tree is such a sacred symbol. It really does represent so much. It's the tree of life. And the tree also is a representation of our place on the planet in many ways, because it is from the roots to the crown, and then all the branches out is how we engage with one another. So we have many branches, and in different traditions it's interpreted differently, but it's all very much connected, that the tree throughout different traditions and cultures, and very spiritual.
And plus, because you go into even the family tree,
Mm-hmm.
where people are tracing their ancestors, they go from their roots
Mm-hmm.
to all of the members of the family, the extended family, and those are the branches of the tree. So there you go again.
Right, so the
Brings them
tree
all
is
in.
a really important part, but it is representation of the fact that it's not just about the individual, but it's about the branches. So it's the we. So I brought in a globe too into the set today, to incorporate the concept of uh, globally being aware. We're all connected, and though we may all be handling and dealing with the COVID virus differently, we're all dealing with it on some level.
Yes.
I brought my brand new crystal singing bowl. I'll keep it quiet. It's your heart chakra. Shh.
Let me tell you, she did this louder earlier, and it's totally amazing.
So the heart chakra is in the middle, and that's the moderator of our mind, our thoughts, and our passions, and how we proceed. And as we know, passions involves all ways that we co-create. As Joan, you mentioned how passionate you are about your dog sledding.
Yes.
So our passions are in the lower part, and we have our upper connections to the divine. And right in the middle is the heart.
Yes.
Right, the heart. And that's where we make our choices from. So when we're doing chakra work, we want to have a really good, healthy heart chakra. And taking time to take care of ourselves and to love ourselves and to forgive ourselves, all those emotional things, that's the house of the heart.
Yeah, it is. And it has to be to have that in good order in order to have everything else in balance.
Exactly. And to think that we would go through life without any interruptions of the heart chakra.
Yeah, that doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen.
Unfortunately.
So we have life, and we have death, and we have cycles, and
Yeah.
Life. So keeping a healthy heart chakra and keeping the energy of your heart healthy is important on this esoteric kind of psycho-spiritual level, because what it does do on a cellular level is encourage a healthy heart.
Yeah.
The knee bone's connected to the
Yes, exactly.
right.
Yeah, everything is connected, not only physically but emotionally and energetically.
Yes, everything's connected energetically.
It
Why?
sure is,
Because everything is energy.
Is energy. We're not talking about a certain energy company. We're talking about the real deal.
Well, yeah. Well, the thing I was saying to Joan, and I've oftentimes said, and I know to my Reiki fellow energy workers and fellow energy medicine people understand, we've done so much free, because so much of what we do is out of the compassion of our heart. At the same time, did you see the charges for the delivery services for oh my God, I'd be a wealthy woman.
Yeah.
If I charged for my delivery of energy.
Yes, she would. Because let me tell you, when you open that bill, it's a good thing I was sitting down.
We have the heart covered.
Yes, we do.
Anyway, talking about energy, we were talking about the auras and the energy, and I was wondering if we've talked about it before, but I know our viewers haven't heard some of these stories that
Oh, I know.
we two old broads have, but
Yeah.
But when we talk about energy and auras, as I said, it's within, but what's within comes out.
Yeah.
So when you've had an exchange with an energy that may even you feel it before. What happens?
Before they come in, there's certain people that they're coming before they get there, and on the good side, it could be you want to embrace that person and you can't wait to see them, and then on the other side, you may feel something coming that you basically want to run and hide. And unfortunately, I have experienced both of those type of things.
Oh, I bet everybody has.
I think everyone has.
I'm sure, because energy, it's like, I think of us trying to come into ways of how do we, translate our thoughts. Right? So, I'm always using metaphors, and you know me.
Yeah.
But like energy reminds me of like thunder and lightning.
Mm-hmm.
You can feel and see something before and after.
Before and after,
and
yeah.
then there's
exactly.
after rumbles. But
And
same as with a human contact.
Yeah, and you can, and sometimes even with nature, you can go outside and you can feel that there's something coming. You can feel the energy in the air, that there's a thunderstorm coming. Or I can go outside sometime and I can smell that it's going to snow.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all energy, and there, as with anything else, there's good and bad, but we like to particularly embrace the good.
Yes.
Because that helps us live happy and healthy lives.
Yes. Always know there's a shadow.
Yes,
We all have a shadow.
Yeah.
So in order to be in relationship with our own energy, embracing our shadows and being in relationship with our darker sides is vital.
You can't ignore it. It's part of you.
If you're not able to understand what it is, how can you relate and make exchanges to make even corrections?
Exactly.
So tapping into the reality that we also have a masculine and a feminine energy. And you may even notice that some people tend to be more of a masculine energy, regardless of their biology. I'm talking energy.
Yeah.
So, some people tend to have a more masculine energy in a feminine body, or any way you want to slice that.
And it can happen the other way too.
You
can have
ways.
a gentleman, a man that has a very soft and type feminine energy too.
Yes.
So,
And I'm not even getting into sexuality.
No, it has nothing to do with that.
Not even about biology. I'm just talking about energies.
But just energy, yeah.
And in a Chinese tradition, they call it the yin and the yang. You've seen the symbol, The yin and the yang symbol.
Yeah. It's usually a black and white. It looks
Black
like
and white.
it looks like a curved it's a curved thing
Right.
together.
Like a
that lock.
droplet of water.
But yes, but they lock together
Right.
to
We
form
need
one.
our elements, and sometimes in order for us to be into balance, we gravitate and we exchange energy with other human beings that are balancing of our energies. I don't know. The energy is an interesting concept, and it's one of those, well, what we say invisible, though it's not really invisible. I think
Right.
we can capture it, we can
Yeah, we
feel it,
can.
and we can see it now. So
Yeah.
we have all different ways, as we said with the Aurelian photography.
Yes.
You can take pictures with a particular camera
Of
to
someone's
see
aura.
what
Yeah.
their exterior, or we think their persona.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, is your persona who you are? Ask yourself that question. And how many personas do you happen to have?
Aha. Because
Because
people
life
think-
is a bowl of cherries, right?
Yes, it is. It is, and that can, just like a chameleon can change colors. So,
I know
so
the
can,
chameleon energy well.
Yeah. So can people.
Right.
And you do tend to be a certain way in certain circumstances. You're not going to act. You're not going. Maybe you're not going to be exactly the way you are at work, at home. Because at home you can be relaxed.
Well, now home and work are
They're
pretty
pretty much the same.
same.
They're
So it's
same,
caused a lot of problems for a lot of people
Yeah,
because
yes.
that differentiation factor that they had for their persona,
Right.
so that they could have this healthy, balanced self, is squashed.
It's because they're
And
home.
now they're
They've been
at home,
They've been home for
and that
months.
persona that they could carry out the door into this other world is now in the house with everything else that's going on in the house.
Exactly.
But it
difficult.
doesn't mean you can't still have a healthy persona, and a healthy persona is a healthy you. I think if you're not in touch with it, whatever your personas are, then you may have
It's just
have trouble. But I think it's fun.
yeah,
to
and it's
be able
just
to
different.
pull out some different
Right, it's
personalities.
different facets. It's just different facets, just like there are different facets on stones and crystals. We all have different facets of our personality.
And that shows up in your energy.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, it does.
So depending upon what you're putting in,
That's what's going to come
that's
out.
what's going to come out. And you think of like a Stephen King writer.
Oof.
Okay.
Oof.
So some people really gravitate
Yeah.
towards the energy of the work that he does,
Yeah.
because he produces this fear
Yeah, it
energy.
does. Yeah.
And it allows people an opportunity, I gather, to release that fear and to come to terms with it. So everybody has a different way that they work with their energy. We can work with it with words. We can work with it with the silent treatment. Being silence is a huge energy.
Yeah, it is.
And it's difficult to interpret.
Yeah, it is. Because people, if you're being silent, people aren't sure. Are you just being silent, like in a meditation, or are you angry with them? It can be interpreted different ways.
Or are you silent because you have no words
Or
to
you
say?
have nothing. I got nothing to say on this one.
I'm-
I've never seen this young lady
I don't
at a
know.
loss for words.
Lately, I do a lot of writing. I write 5 to 6 hours every day.
Yes, she
because
does.
I produce a lot of different things, and I'm working on a 3rd book right now. So,
Plus, she gets all the ideas ready for the show too.
yeah,
On top of that,
no. But I keep busy with expansion, and I guess being aware of the clock and being aware of really what's going on right now in the world, I think the most focus that I would like to share with this show is to remember that we're a tree, and it's a tree of life, and we have roots, and we have many branches. Like there's many personas, many personalities, and it's okay. That's I think healthy, that you have different groups of friends.
yes,
And different things that keeps your world broadened.
Yep.
And it doesn't mean even if you can't go out that you can't have that, because in the world in which we live, you can exchange
Oh yeah.
through a portal of a
Through a port-
machine
yeah,
that's
yeah.
the size of 4 inches. So
Exactly.
we're in a whole other world now.
Yeah, we are. It is totally different. You
Mhm.
know, we can, like, I have a chat on Sunday night
Right.
with a couple of friends, and if it weren't for that portal, we wouldn't have it. You know.
And that's an energy portal. I
It
mean,
is.
so we're becoming very conscious of the fact that everything is energy,
Yes.
and how we're in exchanging with one another, how we're in exchanging with ourselves, is going to determine how we're in exchange with one another.
Yeah.
And learning how to be able to be in relationship with ourselves during a time, and I don't want to say too much because I'm writing a book.
Yes.
But
Well,
I
we're
will
not-
share
we're not
more
gonna
as it's
share,
getting
yes.
closer. But I'm titillating you a little bit with that. But that's why I don't want to say too much. 'Cause
No.
it's in the book. But so yeah, this time that we're all going through is huge. It's changed people's lives so radically
Like that.
that it was like taking energy, and going something that was like this and going, hello, like in the Pirates of the Caribbean,
Yes. Up is down and down is up.
up is down is up, and finding that equilibrium, which is the heart, that's the equalizing element within us to balance what's going on up here and
what's
here.
Yeah.
Because one doesn't want to just live up in here
Right.
unless you're a monk. And then, of course, you will live up in there. pretty
That's
much.
true. That's true.
But if you're living in relationship with this tree,
Yep.
and exchanging with other humans,
Then you need to have.
exchanging different kinds of elements of passion and desire, and our power center, our solar center, and our heart together.
Right, and then also having the spiritual and the connection to source. And,
Which you may get with, another path.
right,
So
but
being
it's again, all
open
balance.
open to the universe and all that it has to offer us now, I think, is one of the beautiful things of where we are,
Yes,
and how to turn that which is turning us upside down into something that's positive. And
Yeah.
again, I spoke about the children last week, and and everything that we're doing, and I could say a million things like we will bubble up the stars, and we'll bubble up the sports stars and the movie stars, but we'll send those children in without a bubble.
that's a scary thing.
And
That's a scary
and the reasoning that I hear is that their immune system is strong. So I think we're strong here in Connecticut. We know when we're supposed to speak up, even if they delete us.
Yes,
I'll still speak up. You say.
Yeah.
So
you definitely did that. You know.
So it's one of those kinds of things that there's a moral and ethical place that we have in relationship to one another in this tree. And if we come from a place of our heart and we're following what Spirit says to do, we got to do it.
You can't be wrong on that.
So
Some people, some people may think it's wrong, but you're doing what's right.
I think you have to find where it works in the greatest good of all.
Yes,
And we know throughout history that there are many who have had to speak up, and they get silenced because what they're saying is important and it needs to be said, but nobody wants to hear it.
yeah.
So
And then somewhere down the line, it's like, you mean they said that 20 years ago?
we'll
And the
see how
last thing,
everything
yeah.
plays
Yeah,
out
and
with
the
all of this, but I think we're in it for a long haul.
Yeah, and I don't want to see some of the mistakes that we've made historically. I would hate to see that happen again.
It would be
Um,
so wonderful if we actually could learn from history.
Learn from our mistakes and not make them again.
But every generation has to make their own mistakes,
True.
so to speak.
Yeah.
So it's as we challenge one another here, and we do these things that we're doing now, and hopefully reaching young people as well as the older people. We couldn't do this without you coming to the show.
Mm-hmm.
So I really do appreciate you coming.
We do.
It is hot. I don't know where you are because this is YouTube, so you could be anywhere on the planet. But it's hot here in New England. We've been in so many different heat waves.
Yeah, I think we're on day 8 or 9 of the 3rd or 4th one. It's been pretty intense.
So wherever you are, I hope you're staying cool and you're staying safe during this COVID-19 season.
Yes, please do be safe. And we definitely appreciate you being here and joining us each week.
Little heart chakra. I think I have a few more minutes.
That has such a beautiful sound to
I can make her sing different ways. Shouldn't say make her.
it. No.
She sings for me.
Yeah. And the amazing thing. She just got this.
My
today.
birthday was in March,
This
but
arrived.
March COVID came.
This
So-
bowl arrived maybe 2 hours prior
I
to the
saved
show.
my money
Yes,
and I
you
got
did.
myself a crystal bowl.
It's beautiful.
So
It's just too bad they can't see.
all my community will receive the blessings of this bowl as I play her every day. So that's going to be nice.
Yeah.
And take care of your hearts. I know that Joan you just had a friend who just happened to pass
yes.
away
Yes.
yesterday. I'm sorry to hear that.
2 days ago,
Yeah.
and yesterday was the anniversary of my dad's passing.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a tough week. But
It's been, tough with the heat and with so many deaths and fears. So take care of your heart. I
thank you for
have to leave you
acknowledging that.
now for a little while, but I'll be back next week. We'll continue with some of the more tips and tricks. Ooh, I did bring something.
That's
wanted
right,
to
you
show
did.
you. This is one of the knobby pieces I was talking with you about. This is a piece you can use for your back, in a chair. You can sit on it. Really, you can. It's kind of comfortable. You can put it on the floor and put your feet on it and get a foot massage.
Oh, that would be nice.
And these aren't expensive. It's got a wedgie, and you can even put it this way and get a firmer back if the chair is getting squishy. I know because we're all working from home. I've been working from home for
Yeah.
a decade now because of the nature of what I went through. So I kind of became accustomed and setting up office every day and following schedules. But if you're not used to it, it can be very challenging to make that
Yeah.
transition.
But you've managed to do that.
Yeah, over the years.
Yeah.
It can be tedious because it's a lot of alone time. It really
Yeah.
is, and that can get. There's a lot going on. We're not going to get into it. I love you. Take care. We're about that time, so have a good one. Take care of yourself and your heart. Thanks for coming, Joan.
Thank you for having me here again, and we'll see you guys again.
We'll be back.
Hopefully, very soon. I'll see you next week.
Bye.
Have a good week and a fabulous
Take care
weekend.
of your hearts. Love you.